Currently, we live in the times when most of us sooner or later have to do some presentation, show, demo, or whatever you call it. Some of us will have to do it for the first time, some just want to improve their presentation skills. Allow me to show you what works for me and why I don't feel nervous about such events anymore. So the agenda is not too complex. I'll start with some tips for initial preparation, then I'll share some good practices of slides creation. After that, I'll be talking about preparing ourselves once again. Last but not least, I'll show you some demoing rules that I stick to. Alright, let's get on with it. So as Thanos once said to the Avengers, reality is often disappointing. Our job is to prove him wrong. Our presentation have to say that reality is beautiful and our work is the reason for it. We may fail though, but there is no reason to worry about it. According to site presentationpanda.com, 79% of presentations are boring, so one more boring presentation won't make much of a difference. See? There is no need to be nervous anymore. If we do, however, want our presentation to be somewhat good, we need to get prepared. First of all, we have to decide what is the point of the presentation. Good thing is to write down all topics that we want to talk about. We may use them later as an agenda, which, by the way, should be part of every business presentation. If we want to share some data, facts or statistics, let's validate them first. World is full of fake news, jokes, trolling and such stuff, and also is full of people who will immediately check if you're right. Of course, in case you're wrong, they will confront you right away and you will be left stressed for the rest of the presentation. If we are talking about stats, I think they are always interesting. The charts, bars and percentages everywhere always look nice on the slides and are kind of confirmation of what you're saying. Optionally, if you like, you may add some quote which would be a guiding idea for the presentation. Don't put any Paulo Coelho stuff though. Please, stick to the topic. Right, we feel well prepared. Time for doing some slides. If you don't want to have slides, then skip this part. I think, however, that slides are good for keeping listeners' focus. They are always able to jump back into your speech by catching some keywords they see on your slideshow. For me, the most important thing is the structure. Start with agenda so everybody knows what to expect from your show. Then do some introduction to the topic, to your case, to your project. Everyone needs to know the backstory, understand why have you done what you've done, what is the point of your subject. Having that said, it's time for the main course, crème de la crème, most important part of your presentation. How it should look like? I'll talk about it in a short while. Remember to keep listeners in some suspense. Leave some bomb for the end. The show should be like a real theatrical show. Last slide or slides should be dedicated to summary. Point out the most important things that everyone should take out of your presentation. What about the main part? Split it into sections. Group by similar topics. Try to highlight the most important stuff. Remember about readability. Use some big font, perhaps sans serif. If you're presenting using Teams, Zoom, Google Meet, keep in mind that different people have different screen resolutions or sizes, and your slideshow should be easy to read for everyone. And about that readability. It is said that the maximum amount of words per slide should be 40. I can't disagree. Slides with more text feel just cluttered and you don't feel any need for reading it all. Now, time for some more preparation. Usually we present the slideshow on our computers. Sometimes we have to share also our screen to show some other apps, the code, browser, terminal and so on. Well, we should open up everything in advance. Set your terminal directories. Open up needed folders. Load pages in all tabs of your web browser. It's good practice to do some fallback screenshots, in case of some alien attack, electromagnetic storm or just bad Wi-Fi. Every major OS has something like do not disturb mode, so you may avoid disturbing notifications or some jokes from your colleagues. Check out also zooming feature built into operating system accessibility tools. Very useful. Often source of some problems and awkward situations are the files, directories, commits with some names containing swearing and the like. As you can see, lots of people seem to do it, so just be sure to not show it during your screen sharing. Finally, we are ready. We will present our wonderful work. How do we do it? First and foremost, remember about basics. Talk like you would to a monkey or some other pretty dumb creature. We have to be sure that everyone is on the same page, that everyone knows where we stand, at all times. You will see what I mean later. In order to keep everyone focused, we should do everything pretty slowly. Scroll slowly, switch the windows slowly, fill the text area slowly. Also, while you're typing, clicking and swiping, always describe what you are doing. Being silent may be received as if you are lost or don't really know how to do the thing you want to present. So once again, do it slowly, but speak with passion, with some energy. Let them know you are identified with the product, that you believe in the product. You won't let them sleep while you're in the spotlight. It may be power consuming, so take time for a breath. During live presentations, it is usually a good time for a glass of water. Such breaks are also useful for listeners to process all of the data you just provided them with. To sum up, breaks are beneficial for both parties. Okay, so you're talking, clicking something, still talking, typing and swiping, talking. And then it happens, a crash. Oh my god, what now? Well, it is always easy to say, but stay calm. It is a good time to use fallback screenshots that I've spoken about earlier. Prepare some nice explanations for such accidents. Tell, for instance, see, error handlings works just fine. Or, oh, that's just some minor issue, we'll fix it ASAP. Everyone do mistakes, even the smartest people in the world. When coming to an end of the presentation, try to somehow sum it up. Highlight the most important part and stress what should be remembered out of your show. Keeping in mind what I said, please check out some short presentation of something you've never heard of, a search engine called Google. We are on the google.com homepage. Its design is very simple and so is usage of its features. It is quite popular now to bake breads in our homes. We don't know how to do it and we don't know who we can ask for help. This is a great use case for the Google search. So, what we have here is a text field in which we may ask questions, like a normal human would do. Let's write our question. How to bake a bread? See how smart it is? It already knew what I may want to ask. Now, I have three options. I could click and use the suggestion, I can finish typing and click the Google search button, or I can use the I'm feeling lucky button. The I'm feeling lucky button would lead me directly to some website with answer for my question. I would like to see the list of various results, so let's finish writing and use the Google search button. Now click. See? All the answers with beautiful images in one place. It's that easy. I hope that now, with Google search, your life will be free of questions with no answers. Thank you. Okay, so many tips and practices. That's quite a lot to process. Like I said at the beginning, these are the rules that I stick to and work for me. You have to try them and see what works for you and what makes you comfortable. I'm also still improving my presentations because there are always some areas for improvements. How do I improve my skills? Well, the way I like the most is just to watch professionals do their thing. Keynotes of the biggest players of the IT world are mostly a really good example of great shows. I especially value Craig Federighi's appearances. His talks are so calm and yet very informative and funny in this delicate manner. Google I/O has keynotes with well-written scripts. I also really like Phil Spencer's talks. Each time he speaks about Xbox, you can feel that console's greatness. You can feel that he's proud of his product. Each time after his events, I go straight to Microsoft website to order my Xbox, but then I recall that I already have PS4 and that would be treason. Well, this is it. Hope you found some tips which will make your presentations fun and memorable. If you have any questions or remarks, just ping me on Twitter or head to the comment section below. Thanks for watching.